struggle is
The
so
struggle.
real.
What is
First
wrong?
world problems.
Pitiful. I can't find a good air fryer.
Oh, I have to buy another Instapot.
Welcome to Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. Grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive into real conversations about life, motherhood, and a little inspiration to brighten your day.
Welcome.
It's the second week of March.
Yes. How are you doing on your get healthy January New Year's resolution?
All right, let's have a New Year's resolutions check-in with
Yeah.
everybody. Have we lost the weight? Have we gone to the gym? What have we done?
I went to Mexico and everything went out the window.
I've been eating king cake for the last 8 weeks.
But you know what? There's always time to
always-
get back on the
Yeah,
horse.
it's never too late.
Today we're talking about meal prepping, and this
Before
is
we
not,
lose you on this topic.
listen, it's not just going to be about healthy meal preps. It's going to be about, your busy life and how you deal with your busy life when it comes to meals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's discuss our grand sponsor before we get too far into this.
Okay. Behold Catholic Ministries. Miss Melissa Vanson has a passion, y'all, for helping women grow their relationship with Jesus through the intercession of Mary. They always put on a Mother's Day retreat every year. I think they need another retreat. I'm just going to throw that out there, Miss Melissa.
There might be another retreat.
Well, I went on the website or the Facebook page, and all I really saw was that one big yearly retreat.
They pamper the
But
mamas.
Maybe, yeah.
It's all
gonna
about
be
the
an
mamas and Mother
experience.
Mary.
Yes. But anyway, she has they do hold retreats, or at least one for sure, where they encourage women to live boldly for Jesus, and to be open to the Holy Spirit, learn to hear the voice of the Lord, and just have a women's ministry to give you support, encourage that sisterhood that's needed to live a Christ-led life these days.
You know how many people are like, man, I wish I had a friend like that. Man, I wish I had a friend like that.
A spiritual sister.
A spiritual sister.
And even if you don't have one, go to one of these retreats, and God's going to hook you up with the right people.
Or maybe you're looking for something to be a part of. I'm sure there's something you can volunteer for within
offer some
this,
help.
offer some help
Something.
in this ministry, whatever. Y'all contact Miss Melissa Vanson, and it's Vincent, but it's
Spelled
Vanson.
Vincent. But around here, that's Vincent.
You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Behold Catholic Ministries on Facebook. Behold CM23 on Instagram. And they have an email, beholdcatholicministries@gmail.com.
That's where our lovely Mother Mary shirts are coming from.
Yeah, so if
So
you are looking at it
beautiful.
and you're like,
Oh,
gorgeous.
that shirt. Yeah.
Here you go.
I'm looking at your necklace, too. That is beautiful.
This is, you remember when we went, this is from, maybe her name is Jamie Hanks?
Sanctify.
Sanctify. She's got
Beautiful
such
stuff.
pretty stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out Sanctify.
Shout out. Yeah.
All right, so let's get going. Meal prep.
I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. When Sarah had the idea to do this topic, and I was like, because I do this, I meal prep.
Yeah.
In my house we meal prep faithfully. And when she was like, well, you need to talk about meal prep, and I'm like, that is the most boring. Like, I don't want to talk about. I don't even want to do it when I have to do it, much
I
less
know.
talk about it. And she's like, no, you need to, because you've been doing it for so long.
It works.
It works, and people need to know how it works in your life. And I'm like, okay, I guess
It's a part of your schedule. It's a part of your routine. And let's talk about if you didn't do it this way. How would your week go? Probably like mine does. And that's not good.
I can't fly by the seat of my pants when it comes to meals. I don't like that. And I totally admire those that do cook, 2 or 3 nights a week, or for their family. I mean, some people cook every day. And that's, I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all work all day long. Y'all get the kids home from school. Y'all do homework. Y'all go to dance practice and baseball and all this. And you come home and you cook a meal or whatever. You are a rock star. Me, I'm going to cook on the weekend 2 or 3 meals all at one time and have a whole messy kitchen one time. And then I'm going to put it in little containers, and I'm gonna have that for the week. And my kids, they eat a mixture of what we cook and chicken nuggets, eggs, sandwiches, stuff like that. That's just how we roll.
Yeah.
And that's what works for us.
And I love that. And when I meal prepped, my life was so much easier.
Was it really?
It was so much easier.
I feel a little validated that you said that, because sometimes I feel like it's not like complicated, but it takes time. And sometimes you be out having fun on a Saturday, and I'm at home meal prepping, and I'm like, this ain't worth it.
But it is.
Because during the week, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to eat. It's just there. And if
during the week, you have time to go work out. See, that's that's the thing. Somebody got to cook a meal. That's the trade-off.
It's the trade-off.
So you're able to do your workouts during the week because you planned on the weekend.
And some people, like, you might be out there being like, I can't eat the same thing every day.
Some people will not eat leftovers.
Then this probably ain't for you.
Because all we eat is leftovers.
But I have heard of people that, like, they'll meal prep on the weekend, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, but then only like 1 or 2 meals, and then they'll meal prep again on Wednesday, like, so they can switch up what they cook. So it's twice a week or something. Find something that works for you, but like. Yeah. It is a lot of work up front, but during the week when things are running smooth and I have food already made, and I don't have to make those spur of the moment choices of, well, we're just going to go get hamburgers because we're busy right now. No, I know I have food at home, so I'm going to go home and eat it. Especially because it's so expensive right now to eat.
Dude.
So
I can't with the, like, girl. And plus I don't even want to eat nothing. Like, like, there's nothing that is so, like, I want that so bad that I want to go out and, like, like fast food, that just does not.
Don't do it for you.
No. That's only for convenience. That's only if there is absolutely nothing left in the house.
Yeah.
And I can't no more.
And when the ground meat is so expensive, and I, like, and I cook, I mean, it's for me and my husband, and if y'all knew how much food he eats, like, we count macros. Okay, that's a whole nother thing I could talk about, but like, basically all of our meals have a certain number of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So my husband eats 5 meals a day.
That's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
That's a lot of groceries.
It's a lot of groceries. It's a lot of ground meat. It's a lot of chicken. It's stuff.
But it's all good stuff.
It's all good stuff. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But my point, to say my point was, it's so expensive to afford groceries right now. I'm not gonna waste that food. We eat till the last bit is gone. Nothing gets wasted. So I'm not gonna pass on that. What I already have at home, I'm not gonna go get some junk. I'm gonna be like, no. I'm not letting that meal go to waste because I've already paid for it.
Yes, and you're not wasting money this way. I feel like when I was meal prepping, there was no waste. Like, we're not throwing away. It goes further. It like, it was just such a good way to live. I need to do this again.
You can.
You have totally convinced me.
Absolutely can.
And if you are a person that doesn't like to cook, there are people that make their entire living doing this.
You need to Google around you, because they have some great meal prep services out there. And if you don't mind, I mean, you might pay a few little dollars extra for the convenience, but dang, maybe it's worth it.
I think it's worth it, If
my husband didn't eat so much, it'd be worth it. If you only needed 3 meals a day.
There's a little service that I got from not long ago, and the food was delicious, and I loved that I didn't have to think. I didn't have to think. I was postpartum coming out, like, I was just like, I didn't want to have to make meals. I wanted them to be kind of healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was, Google it. Find somebody around that will cook meals for you, and,
I mean, and there's like HelloFresh, and there's all these other meal prep type of boxes you can get. I mean, you got to cook that yourself, but there's options.
Okay.
There's options.
You can do it. Let's talk about sound prevention.
Okay.
Let's talk about taking care of our bodies in a different way.
Another option for your health. Okay. Sound prevention screenings. We went to this place, okay, and she travels. So if you're around us, she has a team. They do ultrasound early detection screenings for like vascular, your arteries, okay, thyroid, breast, abdomen, pelvis area for the menses and all, you know. Early detection is what this is all about, okay? And we went and had this done by Miss Dion, and she was wonderful. Everything was explained in detail of what was going on.
I loved that.
It was almost like spa-ish feeling, don't you find? It was very like
of course we went in together.
We did.
You know, because we don't do anything without each other. And it's like, I hope you don't mind. At first I was like, I hope you know we're just going to go in together. Like we're not scared of each other and we don't care, you know. So we did this together. And so like she was just as interested in what my screening was.
And you were watching my scans. We was watching for each other and everything. But Miss Dion, her story, she got yearly mammograms and it missed her cancer, and she found her breast cancer through a ultrasound. So she found it early. You know, she's a survivor. And so she has a mission to help people have early detection so that they can do something about it without drastic health medical intervention. So anyway, you go ahead and go to sound-prevention.com. You can book an appointment there. You can see all the services she offers, cost, all that stuff. Or you can also email soundprevention@gmail.com. But take your health into your hands, your own hands.
Yeah, do it.
And go do it. Invest in yourself. Okay?
All right.
So, let's discuss. Okay, so why do I meal prep? Well, it's mainly the convenience for me, and plus I know what I'm putting in my body too. If I'm gonna spend all this time in the gym, yes, I do like to eat. I don't eat clean all the time, but I work out so I can eat pretty much. If I want to go have a king cake, if I want to go get a burger, I'm not gonna feel guilty. A burger, a nice big burger. I'm not going to feel bad about it because that like 80-20-ish rule, you know, 80% of the time I'm eating my meal preps clean, and then I'm going to enjoy myself. It's not all. Now, if you have specific goals you need to meet, like, you know, cutting fat or building muscle,
you might
be stricter.
Need it.
Okay. But if you, in general, want to lose some pounds or just maintain a healthy lifestyle, you know, I feel like that 80-20.
80-20, that's fair.
Is fair and
that's
doable.
Fair.
You know, don't be crazy and be like, I'm cutting out all carbs or all sugar. I mean, maybe you could cut out all sugar, but.
When I first started, you know, I was like, okay, we have one cheat day. Okay, one cheat day a week. One cheat day.
See, that's where we get carried away.
And so, but that's where I started.
Okay.
You know,
I
just started out one cheat day, and the whole day I cheated. Not, you know, like I wouldn't like overindulge, but like all my meals was not healthy. Then they were like, it should really be one cheat meal. And I'm like,
oh man.
Okay. And then I changed that, and the rest of that story was written. But it was just like, it's okay to start somewhere. It's okay. You know, it's okay to start somewhere, because when you fall off, get back on. That's the most important part.
Yes.
Now, for me and my family, I'll just share a little bit what that looks like.
Yeah, go ahead.
So recently, you know, I like to shop in bulk, but I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants person.
Yeah, and meal prepping, I feel like you got to buy that. You got to go to Sam's. If you want the best price, you go to Sam's or Costco or someplace like that. To get some big packs of ground meat.
Yeah. Because it's going to take that much, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I need to get back into it. But I've been ordering from Thrive and getting my food brought in, because like I do not like to bring all them children to the store with me, and they are always with me. So I'm like, okay, the healthier options, I buy healthier snacks, and you know, like they might not be the best stuff, but it's not a bunch of chips and junk.
Better than a bag of chips or Little Debbie's, right?
It's not that. So we make a little bit of better choices, but it comes right to my house. Like I don't have to get out. Sam's, if you on the Sam's membership, they'll bring it right to your house. Unfortunately, I'm so far away from Sam's that they won't deliver, you know, like the meat and stuff like that, but you can pick it up. So we do that from time to time. But we've been getting our Thrive boxes, and I just cook. I kind of think in my head, okay, I'm going to cook taco meat, or I'm going to do this, something that, you know, takes me far. And that's how I've been meal prepping lately, or how I've been eating a little bit healthier, which is kind of sad because I haven't done any cooking videos recently. But
yeah, that's the trade-off. And I always say, like, people message me for good recipes all the time, and I'm like, baby, I can't help you.
I know.
I cook so boring. You wouldn't even think I was from Louisiana with the way I eat most of the time. I just send them to house page. Like,
but your food seasoned though.
it's seasoned. Now, don't get me wrong.
No,
it's good and it's seasoned. But the traditional, rice and gravies all the time, or etouffee, or even gumbo when it's cold outside. But no. You're gonna see me with a lot of taco meat, chili. We do chicken thigh meat 10 types of ways. I mean, grilled, and I season them differently to kind of change things up or whatever. Lazy me, little lately, it's just been throwing a bunch of boneless chicken thighs into the Instapot and kind of it shreds, and you can have tacos with that, you can have salads with that, over rice, black beans, just whatever type of way you want.
My Instapot broke.
Oh no,
I had to throw it in the garbage.
my air fryer broke recently.
Oh
too.
man.
So I don't
I need another one, but I just don't want to put it out the money for that because I'm like, man,
I need one too, and I want a big one. But all the big ones, I don't have space for. I don't want it on my countertop, and I need to put it in my cabinet. And I'm like, I'm gonna be putting this big old thing up every time.
God, the struggle is
The
so
struggle.
real.
What is
First
wrong?
world problems.
Pitiful. I can't find a good air fryer.
Oh, I have to buy another Instapot.
Okay, let's talk about parish rice for a
Yeah,
second.
because this is a great episode for talking about parish rice.
This is the episode for us to mention parish rice because that is all I eat at my house. They are a higher protein content white rice. Doesn't taste any different than regular rice. It's delicious. You can't tell the difference. It's low on the glycemic index. So if you are diabetic, pre-diabetic, you can't have that type of thing. You may want to check into parish rice because it will not spike your blood sugar the way other rice does. It's a great source of energy, low sodium, GMO free. You can trace this back. It's traceable, they said. Louisiana grown with complete traceability.
No.
So, okay. It's perfect for anyone trying to eat healthier while still enjoying, that good Louisiana lifestyle we have.
So even
It's a great
though I
swap.
like my rice and gravy and my gumbo, at least I'm trying to do better with parish rice.
Swap number one should be your rice. And just go to parishrice.com. Check out a list of all the grocery stores around here where you can get it. And if you're not from around here, you can order it and they'll ship to your door.
Sure will.
Do it.
Right there in Eunice, Louisiana.
Parish
From
rice.
Eunice.
Yes, parishrice.com.
All right. Well, food. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, me too. And, a meal prepping, one of the hardest things for me is you get invited somewhere and you're supposed to not. You on track. I'll be on track all week and I'm doing so good. And then it's like, hey, come eat out with us Friday night or something. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't. But then what do? Do you?
Well, and I'm speaking from when I was a healthier version of myself.
There was a time.
I would go, okay, but then but most of the time it was a Mexican restaurant. It's pretty easy to eat healthy.
So you can make Yeah, so let's say that. I like that you said that because I'm thinking if you really bout it.
I know you like talking about Mexican food.
We going from a perspective of, hey, how's your New Year resolution going? Okay, if you really still bout it and you on a mission to be healthier and to drop weight or whatever it may be, do you pass up and not go, or the other option, you go and you try
Just
to find
make a
something
healthy
on
choice.
the menu to make a healthier
Every
choice.
place has a healthy choice.
Has to.
Whether
maybe not McDonald's.
Whether you know the macros or not, there are healthier choices you can make. So here's what I would do. Go to the Mexican restaurants, skip the chips.
Oh, that's so hard.
I would drink a beer instead of the margarita.
Bless it. True.
Yeah.
The
margarita's
watch
full of sugar.
alcohol too. Yeah.
But listen, I still like to enjoy a beer.
Yeah.
So I enjoy a beer and I get, mostly protein, maybe, fajitas are a good option. Hungry, huh?
I'm so hungry right now.
Skip the rice and beans. But, there's some good options. Now, as far as fast food goes, there's always some good choices you can make too. And this is a whole different episode that I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
But I would go to Chick-fil-A and I would get the grilled
Love them grilled
little
nuggies.
things. And then maybe there's some kind of salad or something that you can get on the side. I don't know, but just the chicken nuggets were good,
It's like this whole thing is really about changing your mindset around food, I feel like.
Yeah, because you can still enjoy all those things. Even Taco Bell has a Power Bowl, and it's delicious.
No kidding.
Yes.
Well, I'll be.
I'm sorry you didn't know about that.
Didn't.
I
mean,
have
we
enjoyed a Power Bowl or two. So if
Okay.
you find yourself at the Taco Bell, they've got an option, for you.
I like this. This is something probably people didn't know about. Okay.
Yeah, just make that choice.
Now, let me also say while I'm thinking about it, if you're watching on YouTube, please put in the comments if you meal prep. Share with us some meals you like to. I'm always looking for new meal ideas because I feel like we rotate 4 or 5. So meal prep ideas would be great. We'd appreciate that. And then let us know, have you tried meal prepping? Did you fall off the wagon? Why do you do it? Why don't you do it? Just weigh in.
Yeah.
Please. We enjoy going to read those comments.
Yes. All right, let's talk about sound prevention. Again, sound prevention screenings with Miss Dion Benoit. Let me just say, she was so delightful and so knowledgeable about what she would tell us. It's a screening. I'm sorry. Let me go back. She does ultrasound screenings, and she does vascular, thyroid, breast, abdomen, pelvis. Funniest thing, when she looked, obviously she was looking in my ovaries and stuff at first. And when she got there, Cole was like, please tell me there's nothing in there.
I was glued to that screen. You hear me? I was looking for something.
I've never seen an ultrasound of that part where it was empty, and
it made you feel.
She was like, God. She was like, there's nothing in there, and I hadn't even thought about that. No babies, but it was just interesting. And she was so. But that was just a funny thing that happened.
Yeah.
But she laughed with us too. But did you know that you could take your health into your own hands by going to get these screenings?
You don't need a doctor's referral to do this.
No, but if you have one, go. And she brought up that mammograms. Sometimes ultrasound will catch what mammograms don't, and sometimes mammograms will catch what ultrasounds don't.
Yeah, she does not advocate on not getting
it's not a
mammogram.
replacement
It's not.
thing?
No, it should be done in addition. Especially if you've been told that you have dense breast tissue, because it can be very hard to pick up on a mammogram. So ultrasounds can come in handy for that situation, especially. And I mean, did you know 1 in 8 women? That's the statistic nowadays. 1 in 8 women. I don't like that.
No,
at all.
that's
So you should be proactive about this, and if you catch it early enough, there's minimally invasive, medical treatment.
And they always say at 40 you need your first mammogram, but let me just tell you, newsflash, people under 40 can get breast cancer too.
I think that's such a horrible thing that insurance won't pay for it. Either mine won't anyway, until you're 40, because what's the point? We want to be proactive. So this is another option too.
This is another option. Y'all go ahead and sound-prevention.com. We'll give you some more information. She's on Facebook. soundprevention@gmail.com, or you can give her a call at 985-228-5858. That's Miss Dion Benoit with Sound Prevention.
Yes, we highly recommend
screenings. All right. So
I want to just read a couple of these little points just real fast, because I thought it was kind of funny. The Louisiana food struggle, everything around here we celebrate with food.
We do.
It's our love language.
If you come in over, we have to have food.
Yeah. What are you bringing, or what you want me to fix type of situation. So it's like, it's hard. It can be hard. I don't want to belittle that. This can be really hard, no matter where you at or from. But
we have done this, and we go to my mother-in-law's a lot to eat, and but at first, I would bring my food with me.
That's dedication.
That was very hard
Yeah,
to
I
pass
bet.
on the scoops
Yeah.
and the dip and the just rice and gravy and stuff. I don't pass on that no more, but like I probably should do a better job of that. But yeah, we'd bring our
But
own food. That is dedication.
The willpower, though, and you can. There is something to say about that feeling of willpower. Like, I don't know about you, but if I make a smart choice when I know I could have not, I'm like, you get a little more confident in yourself and a little stronger, and you feel proud of yourself.
You do.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that could be a sacrifice, That is a very big
That
sacrifice.
is I like that.
Being around here, you know.
Everything tastes better fried. We'll fry everything that don't run away fast. Like, if we can catch it, we're going to fry it up.
That's a big decision for me. If I pick grilled chicken salad over fried chicken salad,
Just know that's a sacrifice.
that's a big sacrifice.
How about like another culture thing? Like, you're going to go to the guilt of saying no. You can't refuse a plate at your mama's house.
No. If she says, go get look, I just made some, you going to tell her no?
That's a sin, So
Yeah.
these are like,
Or sometimes Tony, he cooks and he's like, I made this big cake, and he'll surprise you with
I guess
it. And I'm
that's
just
when
like,
you have to be like, look, I'm trying to do better right now. I'm going to take a bite, though. I'm going to try it. You take you a little bite.
But you could freeze stuff. And then,
Hey, can I take this to go? I'm going to freeze it for whenever my cheat meal is.
no, but sometimes he brings it to my house. You've been there before where he brings me stuff.
Yes.
And he's like, look at all this bread
And you've
pudding.
done
And you're
that.
like, oh, man, I just started my diet today. And so you could freeze it and be like, you know what? We'll enjoy Tony's bread pudding
Yeah.
another day.
Another day, Tony. Thank you for thinking of me.
Yes. You can't say no.
Let's see. Small changes over time lead to real results. You don't have to give up all the good stuff. Just eat it in a way that won't make your doctor call you.
Or maybe you're going to eat all this stuff. Just make you a little plate.
A little plate.
Be sensible about your plate now.
This hard.
I don't
big
know.
plates.
As far as meal prepping goes, it's minimal at my house at this point, but used to be a big part of our life. You are doing a great job at that.
Thank you.
And I look up to you for that.
Aw.
I think you're doing a great job, my friend.
Thanks.
Just planning in general, your meals can be, it can be a lot, but I think it could be helpful as far as what your week's going to
really
look
helps
like.
the week go smoother. It really, really does. Yeah. And, my husband, too, he takes them to work. I mean, if you don't have that option, then you may have to look into other options, to stay on, your target of whatever you going for. But, he does it, too. He takes his meals to work and heats that up and eats that over there. And look, he's had to turn down a lot more than me. Like, I'm at home or I'm out and about, but they bring in an office, they bring a lot of stuff.
They like the food.
Ooh.
They like to treat each other because
Food
you
and
want to know why
platters and-
everything is so miserable in an office. I
Work
can't speak
is
for
horrible, but
everyone,
I'm gonna have-
but I have worked in an office before, and in that type of situation. And if somebody comes in the break room with something, we are all headed to that break room.
That's the highlight of the day.
Nothing gets better than that.
That's another thing.
It's a joy.
It's a cultural thing.
It's a joy. I don't think it's a cultural thing. I think that's a thing in
You're
all
right.
offices.
You're
If
right.
it's somebody's birthday, everybody's heading for the break room to get some cake. I mean, so,
You're right.
anyway.
Lord Jesus, help us with our relationship with food.
Yeah.
Amen.
But anyway, thank y'all for listening today.
And weigh in on this topic.
We
if
want to
you
hear
want
about
We would
what
love
you
to
do
hear
too.
What you think.
All right, we're going to talk about Behold Catholic Ministries one more time before we let y'all go. Behold Catholic Ministries' mission is to help women foster a relationship with our Blessed Mother Mary so that we can know that we are beloved daughters of Christ. They do a lot of different things, but they have this big Mother's Day retreat that they do on Mother's Day
Every
weekend.
year, yeah.
That is probably already filled by this point.
Yeah.
But they just have a really great mission. They promote praying together to seek the will of God. They're a sistership.
How about that crying statue?
Oh,
Do you know about that?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I did talk to her on the phone about it.
So basically, they had I'm going to say that wrong. How do you say pieta?
Pieta.
Okay. They had a statue at their conference, their Mother's Day retreat, and the statue of Mary cried all weekend that they were there.
She said, and you could go and touch it, and it was wet. You know, and she said, and it continued to do that the whole entire retreat until the end.
Just a miracle. I mean, that's a miracle.
That's a miracle. And can you imagine what it must have been like to be there?
In the presence of the Lord there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes God puts things like that and he's like, okay, this is me. You know, this is me. This is, you might not be able to see me, but here's your glimpse.
Here's a physical, sign that you can see. Sometimes he got to whack us over the head with it, huh? But it's there.
But Miss Melissa, I tell you what, she was adamant in pursuing the Cajun mamas. Okay, and when I talked to her on the phone, I've never met her, okay? And just speaking with her, she was like, I felt, you know, when you feel the need to tell everybody, to tell somebody your story, immediately I started telling her, and she was like, I am going to cover you in prayer. And she texts me from time to time. It's like, hey, I'm praying for you. So,
God puts people in your life that you need when you need it.
Right. So it's no coincidence that at this moment, Behold Catholic Ministries is our grand sponsor for this month. Yes, so y'all go ahead and look into it. Search Behold Catholic Ministries on Facebook, Instagram, and they have an email address, beholdcatholicministries@gmail.com. Thank you, Behold, and thank you, Miss Melissa. Miss Melissa
Vincent.
Vincent.
Yes, spelled Vincent, but it's Vincent. Yes.
All right.
Thank y'all for coming and listen to this podcast episode, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thanks for joining us on Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. We hope you enjoyed your cup of coffee and our chat. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time, keep the coffee brewing and the conversation flowing.